Hello, Tubby and Coos fans. It's me, Candice, here with your Wednesday noon new this week video. So I'm going to tell you about just a couple of books this week that I am excited about, that I found that I think you might like. So let's get started. The first book I'm going to talk about is called Burn In, a novel of the real robotic revolution by P.W. Singer and August Cole. And in this book, it is supposed to be this like pulse pounding, really chilling read. But everything in this book, what makes it interesting to me is that everything, all the tech, all of the trends, all of the scenes are drawn from real world research on the ways that our politics, our economy, and our family lives will soon be transformed. So these authors did a ton of research. This is fiction, but it's all based on real stuff. So every single thing in here is real. And so it blends a techno thriller's sort of excitement with the insight of nonfiction, which I think is super, super, super interesting. So the premise of this book is that an FBI agent is hunting a new kind of terrorist through, of course, Washington, D.C., and it is a techno thriller. And so America's on the brink of revolution, both a technological one and a political one. And the science fiction of AI and robotics has finally come true, but millions of people are angry and fearful that the future has left them behind. And so after narrowly stopping a bombing at Washington's Union Station, this FBI special agent, who is our main character, Laura Keegan, receives a new assignment. She has to field test an advanced police robot. So as a series of shocking catastrophes unfolds, the two find themselves investigating a conspiracy whose mastermind is using cutting-edge tech to rip the nation apart. So to stop this new breed of terrorists, their only hope is to forge a new type of partnership between humans and robots. And so again, all based on super real research. And so it combines this like pulse pounding techno thriller feel with the insight of nonfiction. And I think that makes this sound super interesting. So again, Burn In, a novel of the real robotic revolution by P.W. Singer and August Cole. The next book I'm going to talk about that came out this week is called The New Socialist Handbook. Everything you need to know about how democracy and socialism work together. This is by Dan Tucker. Also sounds interesting. Of course, this is a nonfiction book. It teaches the core principles of socialism, which is one of the world's most misunderstood ideologies. This gives you an easy to follow guide for political conversation and for what's happening today. Of course, the U.S. is witnessing a lot of socialist sort of ideas and policies with people like Bernie Sanders and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And so because socialism is so misunderstood, this book aims to give more information on it. So it's a simple way to learn about socialism, to get more information, and to sort of debunk what you think it is, and learn about what it really is, to bear witness to its current movement with an educated and informed mind, which I always say is good. So if you want to learn more about socialism, there's a spectrum of it, just like everything else. So it's not just one thing. There's different types of socialism. There's, of course, socialism has kind of become a dirty word in political conversation today. So learn about how that happened, which countries are socialist or have some sort of socialist programs, how socialism exists today in the US. So things like Medicare and Social Security are socialist programs that we have in the US. Also suggestions for today's issues and what can you do to bring about change. So this will give you all the information on socialism that you need in order to educate yourself and find out more about it. So The New Socialist Handbook by Dan Tucker, check that out. I think it's good if you just want information. The next book I'm going to talk about is called Camp by Elsie Rosen. I'm really excited about this book because I always wish that there was a queer camp that I could go to growing up, and this is what that is. So this is a sort of screwball comedy. It's really sweet. It critiques the culture of toxic masculinity within the queer community. It is YA, so the main character is a 16-year-old named Randy who loves spending the summer at Camp Outland, which is a camp for queer teens. It's where he's met his best friends and where he takes to the stage, and of course a big musical, because you can't have queer camp without having a musical. And it's also where he fell for Hudson, who is only into straight acting guys and barely knows that not at all straight acting Randy even exists. So Randy has reinvented himself as Del, who is this buff, masculine, like straight acting guy. And even if it means giving up show tunes and nail polish and his unicorn bed sheets, he's determined to get Hudson to fall for him. And so he makes this new persona, but it's not really him. But him and Hudson start to grow closer. And of course, then Randy has to ask himself, how much is he willing to change himself for another person? And is it really love if Hudson doesn't know who he truly is and isn't falling for the real him? So this is a queer journey, and it examines toxic masculinity in a really great way. So Camp by Elsie Rosen, the queer camp book that we've always wanted. Check that one out. And the last one I'm going to talk about for this week is Parasite. So by Bong Joon-ho. Of course, we all know this movie was huge, won the Oscar. And so they are coming out with a graphic novel of the movie and storyboards, and Bong Joon-ho is doing the graphic novel. So these will be the illustrations that inspired every shot in the film. And so Bong Joon-ho has made these mesmerizing illustrations. And so it's a storyboard. So it's a behind the scenes glimpse at the making of this film. And so it is Bong Joon-ho, as part of his creative process, he storyboarded every single shot of Parasite prior to filming it. And so accompanied by the film's dialogue, the storyboards he drew out capture the story in its entirety. And it inspired the composition of the film's every single scene, every single frame. And so he's also written a foreword for this and provided early concept drawings and photos from the set, which can take you even deeper into the vision that brought this about. So the way that Bong Joon-ho makes things is that he storyboards it all out before he films it. This is what that is. They've made a graphic novel out of his storyboards that tell the story of Parasite. And of course, he's written a foreword and added some additional stuff as well. So if you like the movie, of course, you definitely are going to want to check this out because it'll give you insight into the process behind how Parasite came about. And if you haven't seen the movie, I think it would still be good anyway because it's a graphic novel. So it will tell you the story of the film, even if you haven't seen it. So check that out, Parasite by Bong Joon-ho. And that's all I have for you this week. I was just 4 books. Again, Burn In, a novel of the real robotic revolution by P.W. Singer and August Cole. What's cool about this book is that it is very much researched and based in real information. So you get the pulse pounding suspense of a techno thriller along with the insight of nonfiction. And so it's kind of a really cool concept and a cool mashup of fiction and nonfiction. So Burn In, check that one out. The New Socialist Handbook is everything you need to know about how democracy and socialism work together. If you want to educate yourself about what socialism is, it is very misunderstood. There are a lot of different types of socialism. This book will give you a lot more information on that. Camp is, of course, the queer camp book that we've all been waiting for our entire lives. And it also examines toxic masculinity in a really great way. And then finally, Parasite, a graphic novel and storyboards by Bong Joon-ho. And this is Bong Joon-ho's process. He storyboards out everything before filming the movie. So this is what this is. It's all of the storyboards that came together to make Parasite. So that is everything that I have for you today. Of course, you can always order anything that we talk about here on our website, tubbyandcoos.com, and place an order there. Just type in the title of whatever you're looking for and we'll get it to you. You can also check out our bookshop site, bookshop.org/shop/tubbyandcoos. We have for this list, it would be new books that we're excited about is the name of the list. So if you check that out, that'll have all the new books that I've been talking about in these videos as well every Wednesday. So you can go to Bookshop and check out our list. You can go to our website and place an order there. Those are the two best ways to get books from us. Again, we're all still trying to make it in these times, in these very, very weird times, and we don't know how long it's going to last. So please support us if you can and purchase books if you enjoy our videos. Also, if you don't want to purchase books, you can always toss a coin into our virtual tip jar, which is still available. It's on our website as well, tubbyandcoos.com. Right there on the front page, it'll say toss a coin into our virtual tip jar. And you can do that as well if you like our content and you don't necessarily want to purchase a book, or if you just want to donate and support us, that's the best way to do that. So that's all I have for you today. I'm here every Wednesday at noon talking about the new books that I am excited about. So I will see y'all next week. Bye-bye.